Well, here we are in Calais at last, after that last few weeks of journey from Sweden back towards England, the UK, after our almost 90 days. I think it'll be 87 days or thereabouts by the time we get back into England on the tunnel. And what we said we'd do is put together a sort of once a month budget of what it actually costs in real terms to live full time in a motorhome, as we do, doing the 90 days in Europe and 90 days out of Europe. So the first thing is that we're going to start on the 1st of September, and I know when you see this it's the 15th, or actually when we publish the video it's the 15th of September. So we've got 2 weeks of travel in Europe for this first month, and then we've got the next 2 weeks of travel living full time in the UK, in England. So I thought it'd be nice to do a little comparison, a couple of weeks in Europe and what that costs, and then we'll do, at the end of September, we'll do another video of what that 2 weeks and a combined month total, because that's what we do going forward. We'll do monthly totals and comparisons of how much we're spending on various things. So we're not going to sort of split it out in terms of everything, every little different type of thing we spend, but we are going to split out diesel, what we spend on camping, what we spend on general living expenses, and then extras, things that are things that are unusual or unexpected, things like the worming tablet coming back to the UK. That's an unusual thing, so it happens infrequently, regularly but infrequently. So and that was like €15. So what we're going to do, I've got all my figures down here on the laptop, which is why I'm sat in front of the laptop, my normal position. So for the last 2 weeks, and we're going to cover this week by week, and I'm going to put my reading glass on so I can see the screen properly. So week 1, so that's Sunday the 1st of September until Saturday the 7th. So here we go. We filled up with diesel once for €85. Now all these figures are euros, and what I'll do is I'll put on screen, because I haven't converted them here, I'll put on screen the pound sterling equivalent. So €85, and down there will be €85 equals, I don't know, 60, 70 pounds, whatever it is. Campsite fees during that first week were only €10. So I think we stayed on one site for 2 nights, I think, €5 a night. The extras, we didn't spend anything, so there were no extras at all. We didn't have anything unexpected, nothing drastic. General living expenses, so this is like going out to a bar, having a meal out, buying food, cooking and that sort of stuff. That was €122. So €122. So the total for week 1 was €217. And I thought at the end of week 1, I thought, oh, that's pretty good, isn't it? You know, 217. So round that up to 250. That's like £1,000 a month, more or less, or €1,000 a month, which would be perfect, wouldn't it? if we could live on €1,000 a month, that would be great. Week 2, however, set me a little bit straight. So diesel. So this is this is just diesel. So the general living expenses includes our LPG. So we're going to fill up with LPG, or we're going to pay for electric. They're all general living expenses. So the last time we filled up, we did fill up this week, but the last time we filled up the Gaslow tanks, and we've got 2 6-kilo tanks, was when we were in Spain in March this year, and it's now September, and we've been, we've not skimped around on anything, but we put €7 in back then in March. This time round, I think the nozzle was a bit leaky. We put €10 in, so there's a bit of an extra thing, but that's included in all of this general living. So diesel 95. This is week 2. Diesel 95. Campsites, we spent €92. And the reason we spent €92 was because we went to a lovely place after we were at Prum. We didn't do much filming with any, really. Took a couple of pictures, but it was such a recommended campsite. It was on a river. There was a bridge that had been bombed in the war, and so on. But it was a beautiful little place, quiet, and we spent 2 nights there, which is why. And it was like €30 or €27 a night, including the Axie discount. So we got the €27 a night, plus they had free showers, washing and drying, so clothes washing and drying, because we need to do that now and again. And that was €5 for a wash and €5 for a dry, and we got everything done for that, which was quite good. So €92 for campsites, 95 for diesel, 92 for campsites. Living expenses, pretty similar, although this does include the LPG. This was €159. Extras, of course we had some extras. We paid €15 for the vet. A brilliant vet. We turned up, thought we'd have to book, but they said, "Oh no, if you can wait 10 minutes, yeah, we'll do that." So they just did it. They were brilliant. So that was €16, 15.90, €16. But I've got extras down here of 26, and I can't for the life of me remember what the extra €10 was. I don't know. Anyway, it was something, but we paid extra for. So the total for week 2 is €372. We wouldn't normally, in Europe, stay on such an expensive campsite. We'd look for a Revolution washing machine thing, so on and so on. So it's sort of unusual, but we want to be sort of really open about it and tell you exactly what we're spending, not exactly what we're buying. I mean, we might do a shopping haul now and again, but we're trying to live the best we can, and let you know what you can do. And actually, I think it's a pretty cheap way to live, because so far 2 weeks that's cost us €589, and you'll see the total on screen there. Let me just see if I can just do a go to GBP, and if I put 5 €589. That's £497. So that is £250 a week, which is actually not bad, is it? Currently the average would be £1,000 a month, thereabout, which is very doable, isn't it? I think this is all going to change when we get back to the UK and we start having to pay for lots of expensive campsites. So, you know, we're going to do the sort of a little bit of boondocking, as it were. So parking in random places, just to sort of reduce our costs. You know, because everybody wants to do that, reduce the cost. But we're going to have to go to campsites to, you know, give the batteries a boost up now and again. Generally, all the batteries last about 4 days without any charge up. So then they're done. So we last quite a long time, and we are very, very, very power hungry. You know, we've got all sorts of devices, you know, laptop, 2 phones, an iPad, lights going on. We charge up the power bank from the house battery, and so on and so on. So, you know, but that the only real charging we've got for that is from when we drive. So it's good when we drive a long way. So if we're driving for 2, 3, 4 hours, it gets a real good boost up, because the engine to alternator charging gives it anywhere between 15 and 25 amps. So it gives it a real good boost. But generally, will last between 3 or 4 days. I do have a portable solar panel, which I have got out, you know, when we've been in airs. It's a bit more difficult because, you know, we're all squashed up a little bit more, and you know, it's not so easy. But anyway, so that's where we are. In a couple of weeks, when we get to the end of September, we will have spent a couple of weeks in England. We've got a free park up for the first night. We're back on Monday at a pub. Then I'm going to my sister's. We'll park outside there for a night. Then we're going back to the marina to collect our post that's been accumulating there for for a few months. Then we're going north. We're going to start paying for campsites at that point. Going north, maybe going to the Lincoln show. Probably park somewhere. We've not booked tickets to go for the whole thing. We're going to go on the maybe 1 or 2 days. Start to look for the type of motorhome that we want to move to when we do, you know, want to change. And I don't think we're ready to change just yet. You know, I'm not quite sure when the right time to buy is, but you know, we want to be absolutely sure that we are getting the right motorhome when we buy next. Not that this was the wrong one. I mean, I think, you know, with the boat and this and our current motorhome, the Weinsberg Carabus, absolutely brilliant machine, perfect for a daily use vehicle, and brilliant for, well, as it turns out, living in full time. So it's really good. The getting in and out of bed, as you will have seen from previous videos, is a little bit more tricky as we get older and less nimble. But you know, we're gonna get there. And of course, you know, the dinette and the driver's captain seat type thing, not brilliantly comfortable. So we want something with a bit more of a luxurious lounge feel. maybe going for single beds at the back or something like that, you know, who knows. But we're going to look around. There are so many different configurations, aren't there, that we think we're going to, you know, we're going to take our time and try to get it right, because we feel that the next motorhome might well be the very last motorhome we ever buy, given our ages, you know, pushing on towards 70 years old, and you know, are we going to be able to do it when we're 80, 85? So we want a motorhome that's going to last us 10, 15, 20 years maybe. You know, will I still want to be driving around in a motorhome when I'm 90? Don't know. But we'll see. We're going to try and make the best choice we can, and you know, but a real sort of not luxurious lounge, but something that's really livable lounge, and an island bed. I would say that the Auto Trail Comanche fits the bill completely. Not sure if we'd go back to that big of a motorhome. Who knows? You know, could happen. But anyway, that's the budget. That's where we are. That's what we're living on, and that's what we're doing. So stay with us and find out as we go along how much we spend on living, because you might want to know that before you take the plunge and go off on a massive adventure as we've decided to do. Anyway, that's it. Well, I'll see you again next time. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click that notification bell, because you'll get notified when we upload new videos. See you again next time. Bye for now.